situations.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed out right.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
And they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now Hurts going to move him around.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
They'll roll him out right.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Hurts going to give this to Shipley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Cousins.
He's got his man, London, right side.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
Down the left sideline. He's on his way.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, boy, we got a stoppage here because Kirk Cousins is shaken up.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That's complete to the tight end, Warner.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Koo knocks this one through the post,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And looking to throw, Penix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw, Penix. Steps, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll throw with Penix. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. Got an open man. It's McLeod. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Penix. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing is Hurts.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
T. Higgins
from 3 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To the air, Penix.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw here. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. A run on first down with Shipley.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Elijah Molden up to make the stop. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
That's good.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 yards for number 11. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Pitts, and he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here comes 2nd down.
They'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
To the sideline and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On third down, Penix from the gun.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, on for a very important punt here in overtime.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Falcon football. Looking to throw, Penix.
That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll throw with Penix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down.
Has his man, that's James.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Pass interference. Offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Again, it's Robinson.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin, certainly.